Indian woman, 88, travels to Canada to meet son. Hit with 82 rupees Lakh medical bill. Days later, Alice John had travelled from India to see her children in Brampton and Hamilton. A visit meant for spending time with family turned into a medical emergency for an 88-year-old Indian woman in Canada. Alice John had travelled from India to see her children in Brampton and Hamilton. Just days after her arrival, she developed health complications and had to be admitted to a hospital. According to CTV News, the treatment ended up costing the family over 96,000 over 82 rupees Lakh. John was in Canada for 6 months on a super visa, which allows parents and grandparents of Canadian citizens or permanent residents to stay in the country for up to 2 years at a time. The visa is valid for 10 years and requires visitors to have private medical insurance during their stay. As per the outlet, John arrived in January 2024 and soon began experiencing symptoms like cough, shortness of breath and fever. Her son, Joseph Christie, said she was visiting her daughter in Hamilton when her condition worsened. She was taken to Hamilton General Hospital where she was treated for hypoxic respiratory failure. She started having symptoms of cough, shortness of breath and fever, said Christie. John had to stay in the hospital for nearly 3 weeks. During that time, she was placed on a ventilator and received intensive care. The family had already purchased a basic travel insurance policy through Manulife, which offered coverage of up to 100,000, approximately 85.6 rupees Lakh. However, the claim was denied after the insurance company stated that John had a pre-existing condition. According to the policy, individuals diagnosed with congestive heart failure are not eligible for coverage. You are not eligible for coverage under this policy if you have ever been diagnosed with congestive heart failure, the family was told, as quoted by the outlet. Christie said the diagnosis came as a surprise. The term congestive heart failure was never in any of her prescriptions going back 3 years, he said. Due to the claim rejection, the family was told they would have to pay the full medical bill, which was 96,311, approximate 82.5 rupees Lakh. The basic super visa insurance plan they had purchased did not require a medical questionnaire at the time of purchase. Travel insurance expert Martin Firestone said that in such cases, the medical check is usually done only after a claim is filed. You have to understand that if it says no pre-existing conditions covered, anything they can find in their records will reflect a problem and will ultimately not be covered in Canada, Firestone told CTV News. The family said they were unaware of any previous heart issues. They felt there was an oversight in the process and hoped for a review of the situation. When CTV News reached out to Manulife, the insurance company reviewed the case. In a statement, a spokesperson said, "Sometimes, unique situations come up where the interpretation of the medical file doesn't align with the contract. We've taken a closer look and, given the circumstances, we'll pay the claim." Manulife agreed to cover the full cost of the medical bills after initially rejecting the claim. "We've notified the relevant parties and are now initiating the payment process," spokesperson added. Nan.